Freddie Gibbs, Alchemist, Alfredo 2, 14 records. We got features from Anderson .Paak, Larry June, and JID. It had to live up to the hype of Alfredo 1. I was surprised they did Alfredo 2. Because me being a Currency fan, we hold Covert Coup, his project with Alchemist, in high regard. They always said we'll never do another Covert Coup 2. Of course, we're going to still collaborate, but we can't name something Covert Coup 2 is being held in such high regard. And that's how I felt about Alfredo. Came out 2020, pandemic. Like I said, it's been 5 years. I can call it a classic, but honestly, I call that shit a classic even before 2020 ended. That was just a perfect rap album, in my opinion, Alfredo 1. So when I saw Alfredo 2, I said, okay, I gotta put my expectations high. I got to. If y'all just came out and named something else, I'm like, okay, cool. Alfredo's going to be Alfredo, but this new project is the new project. But Alfredo 2, yeah, high expectations. I said it last year after Freddie Gibbs dropped You Only Die Once, and Alfredo 2 showed no drop-off. Freddie Gibbs the best rapper in the game. Flow, consistency, he the best rapper. The only thing about Alfredo 2 that I don't like, he's going back and harping on old events. Let it go. Fetty came out in 2018. The stuff with Jim and Benny happened years ago. You make great music. You can rap very, very well. It doesn't matter who's producing the song. Let it go, Gibbs, man. Let it go. That's the one thing about this album. And it was only on certain records. If you just talking shit being a rapper, cool. It ain't that. Every rapper do the braggadocious talk. But when you taking specific shots and we know exactly what you talking about, come on. You can diss academics every verse if you want to. I don't mind that at all. You can shoot on academics every chance you get. The situation with Gunna, that I don't know where that stemmed from. This is before YSL even got locked up, because on Gunna album, the one with Pushin P on it, on one of the records, he said something about he don't fuck with Freddie Gibbs and up. So I don't know where their situation stemmed from. So that's besides. When it comes to Jim and Benny, fam, we know what happened. And I'll talk about it more when I get to the Empanada song. We know what happened. Situation with Currency, I'll talk about that when I get to that record as well. Fam, really, that's what, come on. You ain't about to sit here and tell me you are still taking shots at Currency because he didn't promote a project that came out in 2018, dog. I'm going to talk about that project too, because I was there when y'all was talking about dropping Fetty. So we're going to talk about it, man. But overall, Alfredo 2, I do enjoy it. Aside from those little points, Alfredo 2, it lived up to the hype. It lived up to the hype. Alchemist has made this spider web of artists he works with, he collabs with. Freddie Gibbs is at the top of the list. But Freddie Gibbs is obviously the black sheep of the bunch. He's the one that can't come to the studio when we all here. Because I rock with bro over here. He taking shots at bro. I can't. So Gibbs is the black sheep, but Gibbs is also in that conversation of probably Alchemist's best collaborator. So it's a tricky situation, man. Y'all know I always talk about, man, what happened to the posse cuts. Alchemist has the spider web, but it's just odd. This album was those empanadas and the shots at Currency, it just made me think, okay, where we go from here? So that's the only thing, but let's talk about this track list. Like I said, it is a great project, though. Intro 1995, I enjoy it, but I did find myself saying, I like it, but it ain't no damn 1985 from Alfredo 1. But aside from that, 1995 is a great intro. Mar-a-Lago and Lemon Pepper Steppers, I was like, yeah, this is what I'm here for. I'm excited. The first 3 songs, I'm like, okay, this is what I've been waiting on. I didn't want an Alfredo 2, but damn it, y'all, I see the vibe y'all going with, and I'm with you. So the first 3 songs, I'm alone. Ensalada with Anderson .Paak, they don't miss. When Freddie Gibbs and Anderson .Paak, they done found a pocket. When they how they work, and it's working very, very well. Anderson .Paak and Freddie Gibbs are shooting a very high percentage when they get together. And then the album vibe just changed when Empanadas come in the mix. First of all, the way the beat came in on Empanadas, I was saying, this sound like that old Griselda shit. I forgot the song that Benny on. He come in rapping, killing that shit. I think it's on Supreme Blind Tale, I want to say. It's on one of them early West Side Gun mixtapes. It sounded like the Alchemist that used to work with Griselda in the early days. So I'm thinking, I said, damn, this could have been a posse cut. Because I could hear Benny on that beat perfectly on Empanadas. I could hear Benny on that shit perfectly. So Empanadas is so cold because, one, the way the beat come in, I'm like, yeah. Gibbs come on that bitch talking about the women. Talking about the women. I'm like, okay, Gibbs, you in your pocket. I'm 5 songs in and I'm rolling. When that man said, I gotta go home, my baby mama making empanadas, and then that he come back in talking about the Jim Jones and Benny situation, slapped him in Miami, his boys jumped me, he played it safe. Bitches in Buffalo did the same thing, they was throwing plates. Limped away on his good foot, but he ain't bust a grape. To do that, then come back talking about the women. When I was living in that said house, I had a roster. Candace with the good poom poom got me sitting here watching soccer. It was like, bruh, you could have not even spoke about Jim and Benny. How you go come on the song talking about the women, go left, bring up these beefs again, and come back to talk about the women, dog. That's a cold song. I ain't gonna lie. The way he spoke about those situations, I had to rewind the whole song over. It wasn't like, no, let me rewind it right before he said no. Because the beat came in so hard, you got to rewind Empanadas from the beginning. And I was like, bro, we heard the stories. We know you and Jim had a situation in Miami. We know they jumped you. We know what happened in Buffalo with Ben and crew. We know what happened. And for you to make them sound like, they boys did it, they didn't do it, it brought me back to, one, when I used to watch the Beef DVDs when I was growing up, and 2, an interview Tony Yayo did a few years ago when he said, bro, we never really worry about the rapper. It's only a small percentage of rappers that would crash out, basically. Like, bro, you the money maker. You don't even need to be on the scene right now, really. The entourage. Because it's been a lot, and that's another thing I hated about him bringing it up again. We've seen situations, we had conversations in the past few years of artists needing security rather than they homeboys, they entourage. But at the same time, you don't know when shit escalates, you don't know who's going to do what at any given moment. So that's one thing I'm like, bro, we don't need to harp back on this because we've seen artists. One, you had 2 separate situations with 2 separate artists in 2 separate cities, and at the end of the day, everybody was able to still go home. You know what I'm saying? Like, we seen situations where artists don't make it back home to their families. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I'm like, bro, do not continue to harp on this. And at the same time, like Tony Yayo said, it's the entourages. They the ones supposed to tell the artist, you get back in the car, you ain't supposed to, we'll damn near take the bullet for you probably. Because you probably giving us checks anyway. You won't need the money maker to go down. So that's my only thing about that empanadas. Hard the way he said it, though. It was tough. It was tough to talk about you getting jumped. The way he rapped, it sounded good, but at the same time, me as a fan of all these guys and just seeing how not only the hip-hop artists, how they, you know what I'm saying, are into their careers early, just people in general. We see it all the time on the news, on Twitter, Facebook. It's like, bro, this shit could have been avoidable. Just be thankful everybody still made it home safely. You know what I'm saying? So, Empanadas, great song, but I didn't need that. I can't believe he was talking that crazy on there, though. I was surprised. I was like, the fact he rapped it and the way he said, bro, he said, limped away on his good foot. Come on, man. Come on, man. But Jim, we seen it recently with Jim and talking about Nas. Jim ain't afraid of nothing to go back and forth on the internet. And Benny, he showed he's not afraid to go back and forth on the internet. So, peace and blessings to everybody in that situation. Empanadas, I really enjoy it, though. Skinny Should, too. Once again, we're going back. You got Skinny Should 1 on Alfredo. I prefer that over Skinny Should 2. Skinny Should 2 is still a great song, but I got to compare. It's like number 1, number 2. it ain't Skinny Should number 1, so, but it's still a great song. Feeling with Larry June, I really like the vibe they called because both Larry and Freddie Gibbs does this thing sometime in their hooks where they singing the hooks. So I like how that kind of came together with Gibbs on the hook and Larry, of course, still being Larry. I enjoyed that. I still love her. I really like the storytelling. It was visual. I can see that song, how Gibbs was rapping it. I really enjoyed that. Shangri-La, Gibbs rapping his ass off, showing y'all why he the best in the game. Gas Station Sushi is about, well, I ain't going to say it's about Currency, but it's the record where he speaks on Currency at the end of the record, too. The song was great by itself. Gibbs. You didn't need to take shots at Currency. Y'all know the situation where you hear two people bickering at each other, whatever, and one person say, man, that fuck nigga such and such. It's like, bro, you mad at him? Like, bro, just be chilling. It's exactly the situation with Freddie Gibbs and Currency. Currency just be chilling. And you're not about to sit, once again, Gibbs, you are not about to sit here and tell me this stemmed from Currency not promoting Fetty. The way y'all promoted Fetty before it dropped, because I'm a fan of both of y'all, I got put on the Gibbs through Currency. Scottie Pippins from Covert Coup, produced by Alchemist. That's how I got on the Freddie Gibbs. And even after that, I didn't listen to Gibbs again till Fetty because I wasn't around for Pinata. I went back listening to Pinata when Bandana came out. So I learned about Freddie Gibbs through Currency. So what they did was, one, they had the Fetty song from Grand Theft Auto 5. So yes, it goes back to the original Grand Theft Auto 5. They had the Fetty song on it, right? 2018, they come back together with Alchemist for the Fetty project. Keep in mind, October 2018, we just lost Matt Miller not too far ago. Matt Miller passed what? I want to say September 2018, if I'm not mistaken. So for me, being a fan of all these guys, I'm like, okay, this is like a Matt Miller tribute because Currency, when they was working on the project, and it's on his YouTube now, one of his jet flicks, he's recording the album, and I remember him posting, he had a verse about Matt Miller. Rest in peace, Matt, blue slide parts in the sky. Like, it was, for me at least, it was looked at as, okay, we just lost Matt. This community of people who grew up in the blog era, lifestyle rap, we grew off Currency, Wiz, Matt Miller. Like I said, I got put on through Freddie Gibbs, through Currency. Alchemist, he worked with Currency, Gibbs, and Mac. It just came off to me as a, we doing this for Mac type vibe, right? So the way they promoted it, Gibbs post on his Instagram story, he'll tag Currency, yo, Alchemist just sent me a batch, man. I sent you a verse. Whenever you get to it, whatever. And Currency responded a couple hours later with a video. Yo, man, I just did that verse, and I did a verse to another song. Let's see how quick you can come back. And that's just how they was doing it on their Instagram stories. So it ain't like they was doing interviews and, yeah, we doing this for Matt. It was just Currency, Freddie Gibbs, Alchemist, Fetty. We got a song named Fetty off the original Grand Theft Auto 5. That's how I looked at it. Now, when we talk about the project Fetty, it's a great project. Are there songs I wish there were videos for? Hell yeah. That Now and Later Gators with just Freddie Gibbs when he was in his singing bed. Hell yeah. New Things. That's a very Saturday Night Special. That's a great project. It's a very great project, but I didn't think it was to the point of, damn, why they ain't do no video? Damn, why Currency ain't promote? Currency don't even promote his own shit. He'll post leading up to it with no caption most of the time. He'll just keep posting it, and his fans know, okay, it's out. We'll give our feedback, but bro, on to the next. Now, if it get received a little bit differently, we're going to get videos, and when he get with Harry Fraud, Alchemist, Some of his other works with Traumatone, like he does videos, but even Larry June said it and Freddie Gibbs said it on different interviews. Currency worked his way, Currency worked so much throughout the years. If you want to do a video with him, you got to go to New Orleans. And I guess it was received differently from Freddie Gibbs and Larry June. Freddie Gibbs interview, he was like, yeah, man, you gotta go down there and rock with Spitter, man. You know, he got the cars and all that, but, you know, I'm on to the next anyway. Compared to Larry June was like, yeah, man, you go down to New Orleans with Spitter, he pick you up from the airport, you ain't got to worry about nothing. They got the food. He said he know the locations for the videos. He got homegirls. If you want women in the video, he's like, he got all the cars you want for, you know what I'm saying, video shoot purposes. He's like, it love. You know, you go down to New Orleans, get Southern hospitality. It was received two totally different ways. Larry understood. Freddie I guess Freddie was like, you know, that's not really what I'm on right now, which could have been communicated with a friend. But you going to the internet, I remember him posting, like, yeah, he didn't want to promote it, so me and Al got together, did Alfredo. And a lot of people been mentioning, like, damn, Alchemist, like, you letting Gibbs talk about these scenarios and these situations on your production? But I guess it's just a mutual respect that, bro, he just making the beats, he the rapper. But, yeah, of course, me being a huge Currency fan and a Freddie Gibbs fan, it's like, bro, let it go, man. You're not about to sit here and tell me in 2025 you're harping on the fact that the man didn't promote a project in 2018. Come on, man. Come on, get it together, Gibbs. But overall, that song is good. Lavish Habits, once again, like I said, you can take shots at academics all you want to. The Gunna shit, I don't know where that stemmed from. Like I said, that was years ago as well. But yet again, Gibbs is rapping very well. He's rapping very well. Gold Feet with JID. JID is definitely setting the tone for his upcoming project. That verse is crazy. He caught a body on that one. That's one of the verses I listened to a few times throughout the weekend, and I just kept saying the same thing, like, damn, JID caught a body on that one. So shout out to JID. I'm looking forward to his album. John Claude, great. 1,000 Mountains, a great outro. Overall, I did enjoy Alfredo 2 a lot, but it just to the fact that I don't like when artists who I rock with heavy are getting more posts about their album saying, yo, he did such and such, he did such and such, rather than, bro, this is some amazing rapping. The production is amazing. It's so much other things we can talk about with this album, and Gibbs is too good to keep harpering on events from years ago. It's like, bro, let it go. That's one thing I loved about his last album, You Only Die Once. He was just rapping his ass off on some great production. Not harpering on shit, just showing y'all, despite everything that happened, when it get time to come in this studio, I'm one of the best in the game. And he did show this on Alfredo too, but yet got caught back up. It's like, bruh, let it go.